Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Retro Gaming Corner. Today I'm just going to quickly show you my NES collection of cartridges I have. I have two NES systems, both working. I'm too lazy to pull those out of my cabinet, but I do use them on the Retron 5, which is easily accessible in high def. So let's get started. Here we go with the games I have for the NES. Nintendo Entertainment System. First off, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. A lot of fun. I like this game. Like any Ninja Turtle game. Of course, I love when people write on these games. This was cheap, by the way. Jonathan Casa, whatever. Thank you. Alright. Next up, Ghostbusters 2. I don't know what all this hype with the new Ghostbusters movie. I was a little disappointed the original guys weren't going to be in it, but hopefully the ladies will do it some justice. But anyways, Ghostbusters 2 by Activision for the NES. Not a bad game. 720, the arcade skateboarding game. This was a few dollars way back when. Again, the 720, that's the Atari arcade game, skateboarding game. So, 720. Three Stooges. What can I say about the Three Stooges? Kind of a silly game. Not bad, not horrible. Skate or Die. I believe this was out for the Commodore 64 and various computers. Not bad. Life Force, a great side-scrolling shoot-'em-up. I love this game. It's one of my favorites in my collection. That's Life Force by Konami. Data East, Karnov. An interesting kind of side-scroller climbing type of game. I believe there was an arcade with this, and I believe this was out for the computers too. That's Karnov by Data East. Next up, Castle Quest. Don't remember this game. I haven't played this game in a long, long time. But I think it's a good game. I just don't remember it. Next up, a favorite sports game of mine, Blades of Steel. Dun, 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 dun. Anyways, great hockey game. Simple fun with that digitized voice in it. Awesome game. Blades of Steel. Tiger Heli by Acclaim. I think everyone remembers the arcade game of this. Not a bad port. Fun. I like it. Tengen, or Tengen, I don't pronounce it. Pac-Man. Not a bad port. Cobra Triangle. That's an interesting game. It's kind of like you're on a speedboat doing various tasks. Kind of an action speedboat type of game. I like that game. It's pretty cool. Millipede. Always been a big fan of Centipede and Millipede. I have it in numerous systems and platforms or whatever. This is on the NES. Tetris, a classic. Me and my wife like to kick back sometimes and play each other. Tetris, very good version. Skate or Die. Skateboarding game by Ultra. Bionic Commando by Capcom. Again, an arcade game on numerous platforms and computers. I like this game. Kind of like shoot your little cable and slide up the cable to the different levels, taking out enemies and stuff. Kind of a hard game, but I like it a lot. Very well. Very good done. Very well done port. This is Snoopy's Silly Sports Spectacular. Don't know what this is. Found it at a tag sale or flea market way back when. I'm assuming it's a kid game. Have to revisit that and check it out. See what it is. Next up is, I believe this is called Seacross. Used to be an arcade game. You're on like this little hover bike, cruising kind of 3/4 view. Cruising along shooting things. Miss. A Boy in a Blob. Can people tell me what the heck this game is about. Obviously, this is by David Crane, who did Pitfall, Pitfall 2, etc. This is a very strange game where a boy walks around with this like blob and you feed it jelly buttons. I'm assuming it's a kind of puzzle game. Just never got into it. But a lot of people like this game. And that's by Absolute Entertainment. Lode Runner. Pretty good port for the NES. Obviously, everyone should know what Lode Runner is. It's on a lot of computers. It was an arcade game. Personally, my favorite version of this is on the Commodore 64. I just think Broderbund did a fantastic job with that. I love it on the Commodore 64. That's Lode Runner. Tetris 2. Mezimez. Basically the same kind of Tetris, ramped up graphics and stuff. Monster Party. Don't remember what this is about. I haven't played this in a long time. That's by Bandai. Not sure if it's good or not. Iron Tank, a great tank game. Kind of overhead view tank action game by SNK, who are the Neo Geo folks. This is a good game. I like this game. It's fun. Captain Skyhawk, kind of like a Zaxxon-like angle view game, overhead game, like Zaxxon, flying and shooting things, and kind of an air fighter. Not bad. A lot of these games were kind of only a couple dollars at the time. Marble Madness. I love Marble Madness on the Commodore 64, the Amiga. It's just a really fun game. Really fun game, Marble Madness. Next up is Narc, a kind of beat-em-up game, cross-action side-scroller. Narc, a lot of fun. Just Say No by Acclaim. And I believe this is kind of graphic, too. When you shoot them, they explode, I believe. But Narc, a lot of fun. Next up, what can I say? Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. A lot of fun. I pop this game in from time to time. Not great at it, but never finished it, but gotten close. Just a lot of fun. A good fighting boxing game. Classic Nintendo game. And Popeye. There we go, Popeye. Nintendo licensed, the original Popeye. This is a great port of the arcade. If you get a chance and you see this, pick this up. This, I was blown away. I read a review a while back on this and found it fairly cheap and picked it up. And it is just really well done. The graphics, it looks just like the arcade machine. Unbelievable port, the original Popeye. Next up is Ultima Quest for the Avatar, ported to the Nintendo. Obviously, these were on the computer. Atari, Commodore, blah, blah, blah. Kind of strange ports. They kind of Japanese-eyes them to make them NES kind of. They're not. If you play these games, you're not expecting a complete PC port. Let's put it that way. They're a lot different, but not bad. And that is Ultima Quest for the Avatar. Next up is Breakthrough, an action game where you're driving like this Jeep shooting things or semi-Jeep. Breakthrough, that's by Data East. That was an arcade game. Excellent, excellent game. It's a lot of fun. Action, shooting things, driving around. Top Secret episode, Galgo 13 or whatever. Never really got into this game. A lot of people like this game. Have to revisit it and try it again. But that's Top Secret episode Galgo 13. Next up is Blaster Master. Kind of a fun game. You drive around in a little tank-like ship with a turret that goes up and down, shooting things and jumping. Kind of a side-scrolling driving game, and I believe you get out of it too. So, Blaster Master. Legend of Cage, side-scrolling action fighter. Don't remember this. This is by Taito. This is an old NES game of mine. Again, I don't know, a lot of these are worth a lot of money or whatever, but I kind of just buy games that I enjoy and are having fun with. And this is Commando. Great version by Capcom. What can I say about this? Run and gun, throw grenades, head up the screen. Love Commando. Great game. Okay, Double Dragon. Great game. I used to play this one to death with my friends when I was a little kid on my NES. A lot of fun, Double Dragon. Great, great game. Great port. Swords and Serpents. Don't remember this game, but I believe it's kind of a action-adventure game. But it's been a long time since I played that. And that's Swords and Serpents. Archon, or Archon, however you pronounce that. This was out on the Amiga and the Commodore 64 by Electronic Arts. Kind of a black and white, sort of like chess game, but not really chess, where you battle for your position. Strategy game with the various elementals, fire, earth, and kind of stuff like that. A little hard to explain, but this is by Activision. And that's... it's fun. I like it. A strategy puzzle game. Gauntlet. Nice version by Tengen. Or Tengen, however you pronounce that. Gauntlet. Classic game. Good port of that. Got to keep these rolling along here. I don't want to make this video too long here. Next up, one of my favorite top 10 Nintendo games, Castlevania. What can I say? Great game. Put a lot of hours in this game when I was a kid. Nice slash and climbing game, adventure game, vampire game. Castlevania, classic. That's the original. And then, oh, I just dropped the second one. Let's pick that up. Big fan of Castlevania. This is Simon's Quest, Castlevania 2. Not my favorite of the series. 1 and 3 are my favorites, but that is Simon's Quest for the NES. And of course, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. Awesome, awesome version. Love those games. There's your 3 Castlevania games. Next up, classic, obviously, The Legend of Zelda. This is probably on everyone's top 10 list. A lot of fun playing this game. I want to get the gold copy of this. Gold version of it. They're not too expensive. I want to pick that up in the next couple of months to have one. I think the gold copy is so cool. But that's The Legend of Zelda. On there. Okay. Let's see. There we go. Next up. Millions Secret Castle. I'm not a big fan of this game. Kind of a climbing game. Very, very hard. I think you get 1 life, if I'm not mistaken. And that's by Hudson Soft. Next up, Rambo. Sylvester Stallone game. Not bad. Side-scrolling game. Action game, Rygar. A lot of fun. This is a great game. I like this game. I have this on numerous platforms. I believe I have this for the TurboGrafx. I could be wrong, or I'm thinking of another game. That's Rygar. Next up, Exodus Ultima. Again, just like the other Ultima game I showed you earlier. Kind of weird ports of those. Okay, on with the next ones. By SNK. Guerrilla War. Great action, run and gun type of game. Kind of reminds me of Commando. A lot of fun. Russian Attack. Another action game, run and gun by Konami. Mickey Mousecapade. Kind of a cutesy climbing game by Capcom. A lot to say about that. Skull and Crossbones by Tengen. Don't remember what that is. Okay. Let's move those over here. Make room for another row. What we have here, Metal Gear Ultra, the original Metal Gear. Kind of fun at the time, not as fun to play it now, a little dated. Kind of an aggravating game, in my opinion. Capcom Willow. Not a bad game. Kind of an adventure climbing game. The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Kind of a strange game. That was very cheap. It was like $2. Mag Max. Not like to be confused with Mad Max. Kind of a flying shooter. The guy there. Let's see what else. The Secret Skull. The Secret Scroll Flying Dragon by Culture Brain. I have no idea about this game. It's been a long time since I played that. But it looks like another karate fight game. Dr. Mario, a fun puzzle game. Kind of reminds you of Tetris a little bit. But you got these pills you have to match up. A lot of fun. I like Dr. Mario. Oh, Adventure Island 2. Another one in my top 10 list. Kind of a cutesy climbing game by Hudson Soft. A lot of fun. Little dino guy. Prehistoric guy. And it looks like he's running in a diaper and stuff. But really fun game. I love these games. Adventure Island. That's Adventure Island 2. Raid on Buggling Bay. This was out for the Commodore 64. I played that to death. And not many people know that this was an early game by Will Wright. The guy that did the Sims, blah, blah, blah. But this is Raid on Buggling Bay. Not a bad port, and that's by Broderbund. Let's see what else. Shadowgate. Kind of a point-and-click adventure for the NES. Gunsmoke, an action western based on the arcade game. A lot of fun. Adventure Island 1, the first one. Again, another excellent game in my top list. Again, Hudson Soft. Techno Super Bowl. Put in a lot of hours of this when I was a kid. A lot of fun. Still kind of fun to play today. Let's see. Deja Vu. Point and click adventure like Shadowgate. Kind of a mystery one. Elevator Action. A lot of fun. Really good port. Kind of going up and down the elevator shooting. Okay. What else? The Goonies 2. Not a bad climbing game. Paperboy. Not too bad of a port by Mindscape. I love Paperboy. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh, Wizardry. I used to love this game on the Commodore. Originally came out for the Apple II, and it's been ported to everything. This is Grounds of the Mad Overlord, the original one. Just a simple RPG going down a wireframe. Well, the original, a wireframe RPG. Very early RPG. Still a lot of fun playing this game. Love Wizardry. Jackal. Here's a great fun game by Konami. Yep. Cruising around in a Jeep, shooting things, machine gunning things. So much fun. That's a top game of mine. This will probably have to be one of my top 5 games. A great port. Kind of getting pricey now. I've had this a long time. It's a little dirty. Got to clean it up. Bubble Bobble by Tato. Great game. A lot of fun. Love the music. Just so much fun to play. Next up, Boulder Dash. Again, a game that was by First Star Software. On numerous systems, simple puzzle action type of game, running around, moving boulders, collecting crystals and stuff. And that's by JVC, I think. Very weird. But that's Boulder Dash. A lot of fun. Of course, you can't have a Nintendo complete without your classic Mario Brothers games. Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers 3, 3, the original Super Mario Brothers with Duck Hunt and Track and Field or whatever. Let's move back a little bit here. Kind of pan up so you can see. And next up is The Immortal, kind of a cool by Electronic Arts adventure game. Kind of 3/4 view, perspective view. Not bad. Legacy of the Wizard. Don't remember this. By Broderbund. Okay, Contra. Oh, that's one of my top 5 games. I love Contra. Awesome game. Nothing more to say about that. Spy Hunter. Nice port. That's by Sunsoft. I used to love that in the arcade. Oh, Battletoads. That's a great game. So hard, though. I can only make it to the 2nd or 3rd level, if I'm lucky. That's Battletoads by Trade West. Next up is Excite Bike. Classic, one of the original Nintendo games. Side-scrolling, your little motorcycle, doing jumps and racing. A lot of fun to play today. Time Lord, don't remember what that is. Old game I've had around. Only paid a few bucks at the time. Star Voyager, ugh. Do not like that game by Acclaim. Rad Racer, a lot of fun. Classic road racing game. And A Boy and His Blob that I was talking about. There's a duplicate there. Rampart, great game. In the arcade. Kind of crashing your castles down. Kind of reminds me of Warlords a little bit. That's Rampart. And final ones. Huge Donkey Kong fan. This is great. These are all the Donkey Kongs. Donkey Kong Jr., Donkey Kong. 2 of them on one cartridge. Great ports. Of course, annoying name on it, Bloom. But I can get that off. That's a great port. Solstice? Something like that? No idea what that is. By Image Soft. And, of course, classic Fester's Quest. Insanely hard, but a lot of fun. Played that game a lot when I was a kid. The Guardian Legend, I believe that's a flying shoot-'em-up. Wizards and Warriors. Double Dragon 3. Kind of an obscure one to find. By Acclaim. Again, all 3 of those Double Dragons. Here's Double Dragon 2. I love all these. I have Double Dragon 1, 2, and 3. Great stuff. And a great game that I used to play in the Commodore 64, Mule. If you get a chance, check that out. It's a strategy game way ahead of its time. This is a great port and gets good reviews. So there you have it. There is my Nintendo NES collection, as you can see. Not huge, but not small. Mostly the games I want to play. Had them a while, so that's it. Post, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I'll be doing some gameplay footage. It's just been really crazy with the kids in school and running around with sports and everything, but life gets in the way, as you can say. Well, until next week, hopefully, thanks for watching Retro Gaming Corner. Cheers.